Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk with me, Ricardo. We have breaking news. The FBI have arrested current NBA head coach, Portland Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups. They have arrested Terry Rozier from the Miami Heat. Uh, uh, Damian Jones, right? Damian Jones, Jonte Porter. All with because remember when they arrested Malik Beasley, when the feds arrested Malik Beasley, I told you Malik Beasley was singing. Malik Beasley named name. He named players, he named coaches, he named referees. The FBI have arrested Chauncey Billups, who's a head coach, Terry Rozier, current player, Malik Beasley. Well, Malik Beasley was already arrested, but you know he worked out a deal. Damian Jones and Porter, and 31 other people, including assistant coaches, and referees and other players. 31 other people have been arrested today by the FBI on illegal gambling, betting on games, players who will fake injuries. I told you Malik Beasley had to work out a deal. He owed everybody. He didn't want to go to jail. He did not want to go to jail. And they told him, hey, for you to stay out of jail, we need information. And trust me, they put the boombox on, they give him a mic, and he was singing. He was hitting all the high notes. He named everybody. He named everybody. Right? You know, remember when they came after Gilbert Arenas, Gilbert Arenas as well, he wasn't trying to stay in jail. So those guys, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And I understand. But players were faking injuries. And those guys who've been arrested, they're connected to 4 different mobs family. 4. People say the mob still exists. Yes, they do. They own waste management companies. They own construction companies. Yeah, of course, they still exist. Yeah, and they still around. You know, man, Giuliani gave those guys a sweet deal. A lot of those guys from New York, they moved to Pennsylvania, they moved to all other cities to own construction companies, to open the construction companies that Rudy Giuliani, former New York City mayor, helped them with, right? And also he helped them to open up waste management companies. Giuliani, yes, Rudy Giuliani, corrupt mayor, scammer, helped a lot of those guys, those mobsters. The Fed's been trying. The Fed's is not gonna do anything about them because they're all connected from the top. But we're not gonna go there. Anyway, whenever you talk about Rudy Giuliani, you gotta look at who's next to him. But anyway, those guys who were the mob will place bets, go to Vegas and place bets on players, NBA players, who's gonna sit out. And those guys will fake injuries and sit out and one quarter or whatever. Those guys would happen and get out of the game. And they will make millions. According to the FBI, those guys have made total $2.6 billion a year. This has been going around for the past 5 years. Chauncey Billups been involved in this for the past 3 years. Damian Jones been involved in this for the past 3 years. Terry Rozier got involved hanging out with Damian Jones. He got involved with Porter. All those guys betting on games. I'm not going to say allegedly here, but Michael Jordan's father was murdered because of, I'm not going to say alleged because, I have receipts. Michael Jordan was one of the players betting on games, his own games. When people say Michael Jordan went back on a game, they got blown out because he was promised to score 30 points. And the reason why Michael Jordan was out there getting the love by David Stern, let me say allegedly here. You know what I mean? I'm going to say allegedly. I'm only saying allegedly, not because I'm worried about being sued. I don't care about that. We're good. I'm more worried about the time it would take. I don't have the time. But anyway, let me say allegedly. Allegedly, David Stern family were involved with Jordan placing bets. So David Stern was blessing Michael Jordan with everything. Once again, David Stern, the late David Stern family, they were involved with Michael Jordan placing bets on games. The former commissioner, NBA commissioner, David Stern, yes, allegedly, his family. So David Stern tried to distance himself, but he was getting paid. All this stuff is crazy, man. So the FBI finally say enough is enough. Because the players with fake injuries, guys were making money, illegal gambling. They have cards game where Chauncey Billups are in the mobs. They have secret cameras, x-ray tables, all the stuff to read the cards upside down to beat players. They'll set up games. They'll let players win to keep coming back. There was a lot of stuff going on. They'll do cards game. They do all that stuff. But in the NBA itself, players and coaches were betting on the game. Chauncey Billups, with a couple players and referees, were betting on games. So when you watch games, you're like, wow. You watch the Lakers, and there are 4 teams. Well, more than 14, but I'm saying they named the Lakers. They are players on the Lakers currently right now. They are players on the Celtics. They are players on the Hornets. Players on the Raptors. Players on the Knicks. Players on the Heat. Betting on games. Multiple players. They have coaches, assistant coaches. They have referees. Now, when you watch the game, you watch a lot of those games, and you see those bad calls. You said, man, how do you call that? How can you call that? Now you understand why that is. Which is crazy. So those guys were out there, like, imagine, as a fan, I went to game. I went to a couple NBA games, took the kids, whatever. I took my son to a couple games, right? I took him to a couple games, whatever. And yeah, 1 second. I took him to a couple games. And trust me, a bottle of water is expensive as heck. If you want to drink beer, sometimes you might as well wait till you get home. But you want to enjoy the experience, whatever. You go buy some food, man, it's out of control. It's out of control. You could come out, you get a glass of wine, forget it. I have 6 kids. So bringing my wife and with me and our kids, man, we're gonna come out of there. My wife drinking wine, I'm drinking my beer, whatever. We do a few shots here and there. The kids are ordering whatever. Yeah, man. They ordering whatever. They say, it's too salty, I don't like that, and they order something else. It's like, dang. Let me eat that. But before you know, the bill's like close to $1,000. You know what I mean? Not including the game tickets. I'm talking about food alone. Food and drinks, man. It's ridiculous. But imagine as a fan, you say, hey, you know what? Let me go watch the 76ers game. Let me go watch the Knicks game. Let me go, my team was Orlando Magic. I love the Magic. Shout out to the Magic, man. They did great last night. You know what I mean? Beating the Miami Heat. It was pretty good. So I'm super excited about that. You know what I mean? Watching that game. We're gonna go back. Desmond Bain put up 23 points last night and his Magic debut. So they won 125 to 121. So I'm super excited about that. Wagner put up 24 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Bencaro 24 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block. And when you look at it, right? When you look at it, to have a player like Bain in the Orlando Magic uniform, it takes a lot of pressure away from Bencaro, who never, as a rookie coming in, he didn't have that. Wagner was developing into the player that he is now. And now you have, before, you had, they didn't have that much help. Now you have Bain that can give you 20 plus points a night on his own, create his own shots. It'll allow Bencaro to be free to do what he does best. You know what I mean? You allow Bencaro to do what he does best. Bencaro gonna give you 20 plus points a game. He's gonna give you 11 plus rebounds a game. He's gonna give you double-digit points, double-digit rebounds. You know what I mean? And I know this is the first time, but they're gonna work on. He's gonna give you 3-4 assists, a night, and that's the type of player he is. But now when you have Bain, you know what I mean? When you have Bain out there coming in, give you 20 plus points a game, this is what he does. You can, Orlando will go far. Trust me. I'm not gonna say championship. I think we're missing a true center, a true big man, not a true big man that can dominate. Whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that we don't have it right now, but it's not it got to be consistent, right? It got to be consistent. So as an Orlando Magic fan, I'm super excited. But anyway, you know what I mean? To look at it, wow. So the Mafia is making move on these guys to say, hey, this is what we want. The NBA commissioner, he said it. Hey, he was blindsided. You weren't blindsided. You were told what he was worried about. Okay, the blindside part, because they went to the Orlando Magic Arena to arrest Terry Rozier. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. He wanted the FBI to give him a warning. They already did. They gave you a list: players, coaches, and referees. I mean, they will give you the list. Now those guys, for legal purposes, those other 11 individuals, I can't name them. Those other 11 people, I can't name them. I'm gonna let the FBI do their thing. Let the NBA do the suspension, but a lot of those guys who are gonna be fired. Those guys have been suspended. They're gonna be fired. But I'm gonna let that happen because I can't name those names because of who I got it from. It's too close to home. Too close to home. So I can't put that information out there. But I'm gonna leave it as that. So, but he felt blindsided because he said the Fed should have call him and say, hey, we're going to arrest him. No, they already made notification. So they don't need to do that anymore. But man, when you look at it, man, all those guys out there, like Cash Patel finally did something right. We don't know which way he's looking when you see him, but finally he did something right. Man, finally, you can't find the Epstein files, but he could find that. Cash Patel say, yo, this guy's a clown, bro. He said, I don't know what the Epstein files are. I don't know anything about it. But anyway, man, at the end of the day, Damian Jones was out there doing his thing. All those guys were those guys are making money, but it's the greed. Jermaine Jones is a former player. The reason he's involved, he's the middleman. He's the middleman to Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. He's the one getting the information to the mob. I'm not saying that Billups not. All those guys are, but I'm just saying they need a point person. Jermaine Jones is that point person. and those guys are whew, from there's a lot of things I could say, but I know that if I say them, it's gonna be obvious where I got it from. So I don't even want to mention that. But at the end of the day, those guys are naming name. You know what I mean? But players, coaches, and referees, the FBI arrested 31 people, man, and we'll see what happens, man. Anyway, man, Jordan went on TV to do his debut or whatever. He looked sick. Fans are worried about Jordan. He looked sick. There's a lot going on. Anyway, man. Watching the Cleveland Brown, man. And we're gonna move from that. The Cleveland Brown, this head coach, Kevin Stefanski said, Shurda Center's not getting any rep. He haven't been getting any rep, which is crazy. You draft this kid and you're afraid to play him because your boy, you friends with Gable's family, and you're not playing this kid who actually can play. You're not giving him any rep, man. This is, and I saw the owner's family the other day went to the game. They were rocking Shurda Center jersey. It's crazy. The owner's sons were at the game rocking Shurda Center's jersey, man. Yo, shout out to VJ Edgecombe. Last night he dropped 34 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. You know what I mean? 5 3-point made, 50% field goal shooting. Most points in a rookie debut this century. Guy grew up with no electricity, and now he's in the NBA. So shout out to him, man. I'm super happy for him, man. Hey, we see Stephen A. Smith going on a tour. He's still going on a Taylor Swift tour, man. For 20 years, Stephen A. Smith have said to, hey, I have nothing against LeBron James. He's just not number 2. He's just number 2. He's just number 2. And the reason for him saying it, because he gets sneakers from Michael Jordan. Still. And Michael Jordan's petty. If he go on TV and say, LeBron's number 1, the sneakers will stop coming. That's all it is. So Stephen A. Smith getting sneakers from Jordan. That's all. That's all. Stephen A. Smith, you see that he went to apologize to Jasmine Crockett, the amazing Jasmine Crockett, because now black people coming after him. You're a clown, bro. This guy is a Karen. Stephen A. Smith is a Karen. He's the guy who's imagine a bully, right? Imagine a bully that attacks you, coming after you, bullying you, and you punch him in the throat. Now he's grasping for air. All of a sudden, you the bad guy. That's him. He's been loud, and just because you're loud sometimes doesn't mean you're right. He's loud, trying to talk over people, try to do all that stuff, and LeBron James step up to him. His feeling hurt. LeBron step up to him. His feeling hurt. Now he's creating fake stories. I got receipts. Dude, put him out. When you lie so much, and we seeing it at the highest level. We're not going to even talk about it, but we seeing it at the highest level, the top. When you lie so much, you tell a lie so much, somebody's gonna believe you. The more aggressive, you see Stephen A. Smith going on all these shows. He's being more aggressive with the story. LeBron did me wrong. this and that. You know what I mean? I'm disappointed with, watching the pivot. I'm disappointed with Carmelo Anthony. Like, come on. The guy saved you. If you coming on my show and you talking crazy about a family member or friend, I'm going to check you. I'm going to say, no, you lying. Carmelo Anthony, I don't, you know what I mean? You don't need the money. Your show's already doing good. And after I stopped watching. I'm no longer watching Carmelo Anthony shows. No more. 7 p.m. whatever. No more. I don't watch the pivot. But these guys are clowns. I understand. You have somebody on your show, they talking. You let them talk. But at some point, you gotta check the lie, man. You say, like the young kid said, cop. You gotta call the lie like it is. And you don't do that. So I'm watching Stephen A. Smith going on, his feelings hurt. A year later, you say, I don't want to talk about LeBron James. Oh, I'm not talking about LeBron James. Oh, I don't have to talk about him. What? Dude, without him, you're nothing. Stephen A. Smith tell you, I control what's being said on this show. I'm the executive producer. I control what's being said on this show. So why don't you talk about another topic than LeBron James? This is what the producers put out. You're a liar, bro. You are a liar. You're a clown. You're a man. You're a fraud. And I see the player for a long time. When he was fired here in Philadelphia. Because Stephen A. Smith walk around pretend he knows people. He doesn't. He's been trying that connection because of the love tap he have with Michael Jordan. He's been using Michael Jordan all the time with everybody. Oh, I know Jordan, to call you whatever, just to, he's been to certain events where he called Jordan on speaker so people can hear, oh, I know Michael Jordan, so just to get other people to come to him. That's what it is. That's what it is. And he told Michael Jordan, no matter what, I would never not name you number one. So he's doing everything to tear LeBron James down. It's fraudulent, man. It's fraud. So you've been saying for years, for 20 years, I have nothing against LeBron James. To come out this year to say, I never like him. So which is it? You say you never had anything, you know what I mean? You call Rich Paul. You call Marvin Carter. I know that for a fact. You call Rich Paul. You call Marvin Carter asking for LeBron James' number. And both of them have told you, nah, dude, he wants nothing to do with you. He wants nothing to do with you. And you're feeling hurt. He stepped up to you because you said, hey, as a father, I'm pleading you as a father. You weren't talking about basketball, man. Bronny James, yes, got drafted because of his father. Who doesn't? We all have kids. Why would you not want to put your kids in something that you're doing? We all want our kids to be successful. The same way your daughter is on ESPN all the time. How would she get there without you? She wouldn't. Now somebody could say, yo, she's ugly with all that makeup and she still look like that. Forehead is like this, hair's back there. You know what I mean? Somebody could have clowned you like that. They could say that. They could say, oh man, she's ugly. She don't deserve that, whatever. You know what I mean? That's what you did to LeBron James. You said, I'm pleading to you as a father. You call me out as a father, I'm going to come to you. But when Alexis came at you, Serena Williams' husband came at you, you did the humming, you know what I mean? You didn't do that. So I noticed that. Jerry Jones was out there. Jerry Jones had Jerry Jones was part of a gang who target black kids doing integration. They didn't want the kids to go to those schools. Jerry Jones was part of that gang. When the pictures came out, you didn't challenge them, you were quiet. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, bro. You say, oh, he doesn't come out to the way. But come on. He does that all the time. The same play, the same, oh, he didn't go to Kobe Bryant's funeral. You lie. You're a fraud. You losing the sports. Molly Karen was the one that made you look good. Molly Karen made you look safe. And white people start watching you, all that stuff. But a lot of the blacks saw you as a coon. Yeah, you got the hood. You can keep that. But other than that, the prominent black weren't dealing with you. They saw you as a clown, bro. They saw you as a clown, fraud. Molly Karen made you relevant, which is why Molly Karen now got to deal with NBC $20 million. So if you're watching the Olympic, she'll debut her show during the Olympics. But she made white people watch you. White people started watching your show, Stephen A. Smith, because of Molly Karen. Not you. Disney, PTI, they have PTI. They renewed that PTI. They had that stuff. They wanted to change. They were losing with Undisputed when Shannon Sharp was there. And Skip Bayless thought it was him, but he lost the show. They were losing that. So they needed somebody. You and Max Kellerman could have been great. But you went and got him fired because he called you out. T.O. said he was blacker than you, that your feeling was hurt. Come on, man. You're going on all these shows. The ratings dropping. The sports thing, you're not tapped in. Players are not messing with you. Yes, ESPN, Disney give you that $100 million, but now they're finding out, wait a minute, you're not tapped in how you say you were. Just like Philadelphia, when you were in Philadelphia, they fired you because they thought you were tapped in. They didn't realize you're not. You're making a shop, but you already got the deal, $100 million, and you're losing viewers. Now you try to branch your way into something else, create content. I watch. When you tune into First Take, it's all clickbait. No relevance there. Nobody's trying to mess with you, man. They're done. That's why you went at Michelle Obama. That's why you went at Jasmine Crockett. So you attack all black women. You attack all black men. That's it. But when the other way around, you don't. You're a coon. You're a clown. That's what you are. That's what you are, man. So it's like you're going on all these shows. You're feeling hurt because LeBron James stepped up to you. You said to yourself, "Oh, he stepped up to you. You didn't do anything. You were scared. You peed your pants. Scared. You were shaking. Oh, he had the camera angle, whatever. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're not that important. He stepped up to you when he wanted to. And he did. You were scared. Shaking. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, LeBron, I'm sorry, man. That's what you did. I apologize, man. I'm sorry. And after that, you went on the media tour. Now you coming out aggressive. Oh, I wish you would have talked to me if you step up to me. What you said, oh, I couldn't do anything because I'm on TV. I'm in front of people. I didn't want to lose my job. But now you say it was, like, what are you talking about, man? You're feeling hurt. He stepped up to you. You were scared. Everybody saw you as a fraud. They see you as a fraud now. Fraud now, fraud then. You're always going to be a fraud. I don't mess with you, Stephen A. Smith. Never. Never did. I ain't wasting my time on you. But I'm just going to talk about you right now. You're a clown. But at the end of the day, you go on, every show he go to, he's still talking about LeBron James. He's adding more aggression into it. Now all of a sudden, you're a tough guy. You're a clown. The men step up to you. And you froze. You did that. That's what you did. You were scared. You peed on yourself. And all of a sudden, anyway, man, Hey, you see, even Dwight Howard said rent free. You know what I mean? Dwight Howard said it the best. He said rent free. What crazy is he had the opportunity to say this in LeBron James' face. He didn't do it. You know what I mean? So when you look at the go debate stuff, it's all bias. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Hey, fans going crazy because LeBron James decided to sit out. See, here's the thing, right? I think that last year or the year before, when LeBron James was hurt, before the season started, he was out there on the sideline coaching the players. A lot of you fans call him out. You tell him, hey, sit down. You hurt. Sit down. Let the coaches coach. You showing off. You want attention. This year, he's hurt. He's sitting on the bench like you told him to do. You're mad because he's not engaging with the players. Like, you're a hater, bro. A lot of you guys right now sitting on your parents' basement. A lot of you guys right now you're sitting at your girlfriend Section 8 housing. Trailers, talking crazy. No job, nothing. You talking crazy. Chill out. Like, yes, he's under contract, but he doesn't have a contract next year. He's not going to rush this. He's going to make sure I'm going to take all the time I need. All the time I need. I'm not going to hurt myself. I don't have a contract next year. I'm going to take my time with this. And kudos to him, man. Kudos to him. So he's doing everything he can. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for him. Brian, hey man, Brian Windhorse. Yeah, he live in Omaha or whatever. His flight, he was flying to LA. They had to make an emergency landing because after the pilot lost communication with the flight crew, they heard a banging, and they had to rush him to the hospital. Prayer, thoughts and prayer to his family, man. But anyway, man. Anyway, the clown show of Stephen A. Smith, man. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love. Peace out.